Still haven't slowed down my stream for Facebook yet. A typical advert.
It's been loading forever.
Save yourself the broadband nightmares with unbreakable Wi-Fi. Only BT's hybrid broadband is backed up by EE, the UK's best network.
Was it balanced?
Yes.
Cool, because I didn't want to click the wrong one. Only ever soft practice. Just double check. Yeah. Set up. Right. I've got 2026. 65, 50.
$18.25, $82.52, 2.6, 1.4, 0.05, 0.2, 828223,
Oh, no, that's well. 82,
8223,
23. Yeah. You there, mate?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just sorting out my Facebook stream.
82.
Yeah, 23. Goodness sake, today.
Yeah,
156.
156 breaks.
Yeah.
Alright, what's
Then 22.7.
22.7.
22.7 fronts, 21.0 rear.
21.0. What's aerodynamics?
Pardon?
What's aero?
Aero 18.25.
18.25. Transmission?
82.52.
82. 52. Suspension geometry?
2.6, 1.4.
Yeah. 0.5.
Yep, and 0.2.
0.2. That's cool. 828. Suspension.
Yes.
234. Is that the right for the last one? Yeah. Is that right for the last one? 828.234. That's the suspension.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome here to IGN Live Esports for another race here with Phoenix Racing League Division 1. Of course, we're here at the United States Grand Prix and on for a sprint race start right about now using the Current results for the championship for the reverse grid start, and then of course using that set of results from the sprint race up into the actual race session. But we have only the foundation of course, so we should be able to get things going along. And
Make sure you get some heating for brake as well.
oh, there we go. Okay, so unfortunately only 9 drivers in for this one, but we're going to work with what we got going on here at the moment. Just going to do things up on screen. And we have here at the moment, we'll see a bit of a different strategy, of course, with the tires going on. So is there a one mandatory pit stop for this sprint race? I think there is. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there is another one mandatory pit stop. Whatever it is, I think that was given. I'm trying to remember what it was. I haven't checked back and that's it. Well, either way, let's have a look at what we got going on. So our starting grid order is going to be Chocolate River starting on pole, Rain starting in second, Appentruck starts third, Divine Ice starting fourth, we got Beer starting in fifth, Chuck River starting sixth, Chartman in seventh, Archer in eighth, and Fox's Day starting ninth on the grid here at the moment. That is, of course, our current grid order that we have. We're going to work with getting on through the session. Considering they're already getting through sector 3, so I'm going to let this go on through as it is there for now. At the end of the sprint race, we're going to try, of course, we're going to have a look at the sprint race results and try to have a quick look at the current standings for the drivers' championship and, of course, for the constructor standings that it is at the moment. I'll try to have a quick look at that before we get into the main race, and there goes the next up to having a bit of a steal on track. And that is, of course, junior formation at PS. What's not going again? If you will be able to get back his original grid spot up in P1 for the start of this sprint race. Fortunately for him, because he did fall a little bit back, I think he does not get it back at that point, so I'm going to be a little bit careful with the weaving on track there, Chuckle. I think he's got this. So the two are only getting around the final turn right about now and getting sorted back on the grid, of course, for the start of this race. So it's a bit of one pick up on lane. Alright, I think we're good there now. I had dropped that in a previous session, forgot to bring it back up. We should be evenly level with the volume level that we should be. And we're going to get, let's see, on board with Choco here at the moment. We're on board with Renz actually. Who gets a better run off the line here? Choco movers on the right hand side. Looks like get a bit of a better start, I think. Dan Renz here. Well, into turn one, are going to go now. Let's see what that was. Mercedes all the way on the left hand side here. Looks like Choco gets through pretty well. The Alpha Wave Appentruck keeps so close behind. Renz here going through turn one, but then I don't see any major contact as we're driving through. It's only 9 drivers in this, so we're hoping to have no contact going on through as we get through the S's right now here in sector 1. Seems to be pretty clean going on through so far. We got an overtaker thing happening at the back there. Foxy stay up to these positions already off the start. I think Chartman just gets back in position from him. So he's back down to 8. Chartman back into 7 here. And going on through out in front for the lead. I think Renz is going for it here. As he's right to the rear of Chartman right now. So my time, no time, now he's taking back the racing line actually. Doesn't want to risk it at this point in the session. As he's only lap 1 of 14. He's still got quite a bit to go in the sprint race. So he's taking that position, he's going on through, but Appentruck only 3 tenths behind of him. So they got to be very, very careful out in front. The top 3 extremely close behind. There goes Appentruck. He's up into second place. Around the inside, he goes through on Renz and gets that position up and holds it on through there. It's almost a little wide, I think, off getting on the exit of the turn. But I think he holds it through pretty well. We're on with Renz at the moment as he loses another position instantly, or someone else just trying to get, I think that just gets Appentruck on the left hand inside, trying to get around there. He's right up to the rear now, so they're switching back again. There goes Renz, takes back the place into second. They're still side by side going on through this as he gets through the opening lap of the United States Grand Prix here. And looks like it's still going to be a bit of side-by-side action where these two going on through for second place. Who's going to get it through as they come around the final turn. Now head into lap 2 of 14. Chuckle was of course fastest lap to him. Renz and Appentruck side by side into turn 1. We got Archer right up to the rear of the AlphaTauri here at the moment as he's trying to get a position if he can here. Appentruck trying to keep Ren's just a bit behind. If you can try and block off from the racing line, but I feel that's going to be working on board with Ren. But my two guys to go once again. Alcatraz hold on to second place. At this point, Chucker Brewer's ahead of them, but just not by much here. He's only about 6 cents ahead, and the gap between Alcatraz and Ren goes away so quickly as it's now side by side again, and there goes Renz on the inside, takes that position back away again. The Mercedes of Archer, he's coming so close behind here, really trying to get a position if he can. Going to be a bit difficult still. You got to be so careful with these two as he's up ahead of Alcatraz now behind Archer. And now goes ahead of Renz here. He's up into second, and both of them go by actually. So Alcatraz is up ahead. The Mercedes and Alcatraz side by side, and he goes around the outside. Then we got a Williams, I believe that was, of Chuck Brewers there. So Chuck Brewers, he comes through on the inside. And there goes the McLaren following him through. So that Beard is now up another position as well. Renz has lost at least 3 positions. I think it is. So there's a bit of carbon fiber flying off. I think the McLaren or Beard there, as he battles it with Renz for the position. Sharkman trying to get around in the middle of this now is, let's see how far back is he? He's going to try to get around in the middle of this. And he's such a McLaren. Beard had a bit of a spin there. Might have to have contact with someone. Assuming maybe it was with Renz, I'm not sure. And probably going to get back out to the frontier. We got Chuck Brewers on the chase right now to where the Mercedes of Archer here. A bit of a gap between them now starts to form as Chuck Brewers out in the lead. We're trying to follow on the outer cam if we can here. So Chuck Brewers into the lead of the Grand Prix, holds it on through from lap 1. Archer now up into second place. We can start way down the order on the grid, but those soft tires of course working so well for him. Chuck Brewers into third place. Renz is down to 4th. Sharkman now running 5th. Alcatraz now down into 6th. Fox is there up into 7th, 9, Iron 8, and Beard all the way down to 9th. And in the pit lane right about now, getting onto a new set of medium tires, of course, we're going to be pushing that all the way to the end of the race. This, of course, is what the strategy is going to be here, so that wasn't going to work out. So we're going to Renz here on the move for another overtake right about now, right up to the rear of the Williams of Chuck Brewers. Can we get this move done? I'm going to go on board with them for just a bit here. See how close he's actually able to get. We're about to get into sector 3, of course. Not close enough on that particular location to get an overtake done. So he's going to have to just keep it right there in a P4 for now. Once you get his car back onto a podium place, he started second on the grid here for the sprint race, and he's definitely trying to get back at least 3rd position before finishing the sprint if he can. Seems to get a bit of a difficult task at this point here. Just trying. Oh, there goes Chuck Brewers having a bit of a spin there, and that was of course was self-inflicted. I think he has lost the rear of the Williams there, so he had a bit of a spin around, trying to get back going there. Of course, down to 6th on the grid. This puts Renz up, of course, up into 3rd. So SBS Renz running 3rd on the grid again, behind Archer, followed by 3.9 seconds. We got a bit of a gap with the most of our drivers here. After crossing to the pits now, he is of course going to be switching on to I'm assuming a set of medium tires. It's going to be to go on to the end of this sprint race here, and let's see the change of it. Yeah, it definitely is going on to a set of mediums now. Going to be getting back out, so it's a 1 mandatory pit stop here, forwarded by of course at this point. Chuck Brewers still leading the Grand Prix, of course, out in front on the same tires that he started the Grand Prix on. Archer trying to close the gap. It's a 1.5 second gap. The Mercedes is on the hunt for him, and he seems to be closing in just a bit here right now. Those soft tires definitely helping during this stint here in the opening phase of the United States Grand Prix. He needs to close that gap as fast as he can towards the Chuck Brewers here if he wants to stand a chance, of course, of getting past him once they go in for the pit stops. Because once they do that, of course, Chuck Brewers running a bit of a longer stint here on those mediums. He's not going to be pitting right away. He's going to have to go into the soft tires to finish out the Grand Prix down at the end of this race session. But let's see how that's going to work for him, because Archer, of course, on the soft already, he's trying to get trying to get past him is what he needs to be trying to do here before he actually get around to the pit stop position for the Mercedes. If he's moving on to the medium tires, of course, we'll use a slow strategy in the second portion of this race. Chuck Brewers, of course, going to have a bit more pace once he switches on to the soft tires. And let's see what's trying towards Archer against the fastest lap there. The soft tires are working pretty well. It's down by 2 tenths. Trying to keep it on the back of the cam, but he's losing a bit of time on some portions of this track here and having just a bit of a difficult time trying to keep up. Sharkman looks like he's into the pits right now, taking his pit stop as well. Started on the soft tires, so he's going to be running on the mediums for the remainder of the Grand Prix. Okay, most of our drivers have taken stops so far. I think we got Divine Ison that take a stop as well as Chuck Lucas, Archer, SBS Renz, and Chuck Lucas here should be picking up pit stop as well. So 1.2 second gap right now. All with the Mercedes. Let's see how close this is going to get before he has to take his pit. Here, Chuck was a bit further behind from Renz right now. So the gap, of course, now under a second between Chuck Lucas and Archer. Archer, of course, on the chase. Can he get his move done? He needs to get it done before the end of lap 7 here, because he needs to get all those soft tires desperately at this point. They're going to start to get at some point in the session, and let's see how much luck he has to put them through here, because oh, there we go, they're starting to go there. He just had a bit of a spin. Perfect comeback though, as he gets the car back straight on track again, gets back going, but he loses a lot of time and pace here. Almost lost the position because SBS Renz, of course, now running within a second behind him, within DRS advantage now. This is not good for the Mercedes. He might want to think about taking a pit stop right at the end of this lap here, switching to those mediums and then pushing to the end of the race as much as he can. Let's see if that's going to be the strategy, because SBS Renz, of course, you can see him coming down so close behind. Down the run on this straight right now, he might have the certain advantage to get closer to the Mercedes. Can he do it? It's a 5-10 gap, and he's coming down the straight there right now. A bit of a late braking might help into the corner here. Already gained a 10 down by 2 tenths. He's going to gain a 3 tenths into the exit of that corner, and he's gained about so he's about 3 tenths behind the Mercedes now. Let's see forward there's the rest, see how close he can get before this is done. Chartman there and Beard having a much closer gap as well, running at the back there. Looks like after Chartman have penalties in this race going so far. We're going to see what the penalties are in just a few laps time. We're going to just focus a bit on this here. We want to see Chartman is going to he's going to get by. He's going to get by Beard there. Apparently, they're side by side. There goes the McLaren trying to keep the position, and there goes Archer into the pits as we expected. So he's going to get off the soft tires, get off the set of mediums, and go to the end of the round 3 and that. And let's see if he can finish his race in second place, as he was battling it forward before there with Trevor Goodwin, and then of course the Renz tried to hold on to that second place before taking the pit stop, of course, which he did. Beard here holding on to 7 desperately, starting within a second of him, and the CRC Martin, of course, coming there. And look at that Martin, of course, because some decent points here for this session, because with Chuckle leading the race and got Chuckle running 8, should be able to gain another position if he can. He's going to try it here. Let's see how that's going to go on board with the Aston Martin right about now. As we have a look how close he gets to the McLaren through lap 7 of 14, right, the second half of this race now, to finish off the sprint race. And let's see who's going to be finishing on forward. Of course, it does look like, and there's a bit of going on wide here. So track limits, of course, the resulting in penalties that are not here for that. Of course, we got Chuck Lucas has been leading the entire race from lap 1 up to this point. He has to take a pit stop, at which point he will lose the lead of the Grand Prix. That's going to put SBS Renz into the lead, but he's still out here. Hasn't taken a pit stop as yet. We got Chuck Lucas running third. Archer now has taken his stop. He's running in fourth. Then look at the gap there. Chuck Lucas needs to be very careful about when he takes the stop here, but of course, going onto the soft tires, he should have the natural pace on that car with the softs to try and get past the Mercedes if the need be to get back into the lead, and of course to win the sprint race. It's going to be a bit of a tough call though. Archer, of course, is going to be in ready for that bad. They're going to have his tires up to temperature already. Chuck Rivera is going to be getting out on cold tires here, so it's going to be a bit of an interesting finish to this sprint race. to see who's going to be winning. There goes Churchman now having a bit of a spin. Tries to get it back going on track here. He does get it back going. Chapter's Day coming behind him, of course. That's what's going to happen. Chuck Drubas into the picture beneath here. The Williams is in. He's going to go into the soft tires on lap 8. He's going to take them and go on through. It looks like Chuck Williams might be doing one more lap before doing that pit stop. I'm assuming he's trying to gain as much wrong as he can there. It's a 4.8 second gap out in front of Renzi is right about now. 4.9 now, he's still gaining time. He needs to gain as much time as he can. Push everything that I'm car and just use everything that those tires have to offer for the next lap or two. He's going to be pushing them for that amount of time before taking a stop to those soft tires. And of course, then he's going to have to work with the soft tires as much as he can all the way up to the end of the Grand Prix. It's going to be a bit of a interesting run to see if he can still win this race, because Archer, of course, now up into third place in this race. It's about a 21 second gap towards Chuck Wilson. We need to take a look at that actually, if you can, to the leader. It's a 20.9 second gap. What is the time needed here at CotA for a pit stop change, getting back out and holding a position? Because I think it's right around that time, and it's going to be a tough call with Chuck Rubens here to get into the pit lane, get back out, and still hold the lead. Going to be an interesting one. And there he goes into the pits right now. We're going to switch out in front, see how this is going to play out. There goes the Aston Martin inside. He's going to go into the set of soft tires now, get back out. SBS Renz is in the pit lane as well. That's going to put Archer up into the lead. If he can't get past both of them, where is he on track? As he comes around, he is going to run around the final corner right now. Both cars are currently in the pit box, getting those tires changed. It's going to be a close one getting out here. As there goes Chuck Rubens. He's coming out to the pit lane right about now. And there comes the Mercedes getting around for turn 1. We're going to go on board right now. Let's see where they came out. So Chuck Rubens came back out into the lead, but there's the Mercedes on well-worn tires, and he's going to go for the move here, going for the lead right now. Chuck Rubens under a lot of pressure. Those tires are still a bit cold, getting out to the pit lane there, so he has to be so careful not to spin that car. And there goes the Mercedes. He's going to have an easy run getting around the car, and he doesn't waste any time with this. He's pushing as much as he can to get the overtake done right about now. Doesn't want to wait for those soft tires on the Aston Martin to get warmed up, because he knows he's in trouble once that happens. SBS Friends coming behind of this battle here, 1.8 seconds behind. Of course, going to try and get into the middle of that when he can. Looks like Chuck Rubens holds out in the lead, but Archer having the safety advantage down the DRS straight here. That's going to help him. But he doesn't have the DRS advantage. Chuck Rubens got the DRS advantage from the battle that they're having coming through to that point in track here, which has helped them hold on to the lead of this race. It's lap 9 of 14, and the Aston Martin still into the lead of the Grand Prix. Holds it on through against the Mercedes of Archer. He's going to have to really fight on those leaders to make it to the end here. Both on different strategies are running. Which one will win this race? It's going to be a tough call, of course. We got to think about penalties here as well, because SBS Renz has a penalty in the session so far. Best pressure just causing that down, just exceeding track limits. I'm assuming what it is. Probably a 3-second penalty. We'll have a look at it in a second, but the Mercedes and the Aston Martin out in front fighting for the race win here. No penalties on either end. If one thing gets a penalty, then it's all over at that point. It's too close to the end of the race to make a big enough gap here, unless somebody makes quite a big mistake at this point, to see how that's going to work out. It's a 4-10 gap between the two of them as they still push on through. Chuck Rubens holding that lead against the Mercedes. So soft tires are now going to be up to temperature as he finishes a lap on them. And he, of course, is going to push to extend his lead now. SBS Friends having a bit of a difficult time keeping up with the Mercedes right now. So 1.4 second gap is down to 1.2. Let's see if he can break the gap down. So under a second, have the DRS advantage and try to get up into second place. Of course, we did still keeping it with a penalty at this point. We're on lap 10 right now, or 14. Let's see how the rest of this goes. That is Chuck Rubens getting a penalty there. I was almost checking for a second. So Turpin now gets another penalty. Things getting interesting with the penalty situation out on track. Alright, here we go into the DRS run. Doesn't help out the Mercedes. So you can have to hold on to that gap. Now which is about 5/10. And then we have SBS Friends trying to close his gap behind. You see the gap extending just a bit here. a bit focused on out in front of this grid for most of this race, but for the given reason we have here to see who's going to be winning this race. It's not 11 of 14 now, as the gap has now extended to about 7 tenths. And this is 6 tenths between the Mercedes and Aston Martin. This, of course, for the lead of this race. You got SBS Benz coming behind here. He's not within DRS range of that Mercedes as yes, it does have that advantage. It looks like it's Archer getting a purple sector time there in sector 1. So he's trying to gain back some time here. He's down to 2 tenths. Can he get the load done as we're about to go through next portion of the track here? Let's see if this is going to work out. And here we go, down to the DRS portion of the track now. Mercedes has that wing open. The Aston Martin not going to have any DRS advantage. He's recharging his batteries right about now. Which way is the Mercedes going to go? Forced along the outside. Might not have been the best chance to get that overtake done. He's going to force it around here. He's going to keep it on the inside to the next one. Can he get it through? And of course, the Aston Martin will be fighting it back on every account here. But there goes Archer 8 to the lead of the race. But then the Aston Martin is going to be taking it back on the next turn. It's a switch over again. And there's still side by side going on through this, so it's still a bit of an interesting fight to see who's going to be holding on 3 times in a second. What separates these two as they go on through. And looks like the Aston Martin, of course, gets it back again. Choco Brewers pushing on those soft tires as much as they can in this race. And there comes SBS Rens right up to the rear of the Mercedes now, as he pushes on to trying to get up into second place. There goes the Mercedes again. He's going to try on the inside of turn 1. Let's see how that works for him. He gets up into the lead, but of course the Aston Martin has the pace on the soft tires. He's going to push for it to try and get back to overtake once again. Go distance here. Let's see how this works. So he has to get it for a lap perfect for the next few laps here to finish off the race if he wants to win this race, or he needs to force Choco Brewers into getting a penalty, and that might be one of the easiest ways to win this Grand Prix here. So let's see who's going to come out on top for the sprint race here at the United States Grand Prix. So far, Choco Brewers has proved he can hold the lead quite well out in front. He's fought for it so much in the race. And now Archer, of course, taking it away. He's pushed quite a lot to get it through, but he's now battling 2 cars to hold on to that lead there, trying to keep both of them out of the 16 advantage through the DRS range here, and he gets on to what quite well through that. Is about 3 tenths is on the gap here still. It's come down as we gain a bit of time down that straight. We'll switch it on, of course, to Choco here, because we have the upper story there of SDS Red. He's pushing through for getting to second place still. Even with that penalty, he's going to push on through in this race as much as he can. Let's see if that's going to work. So Choco Brewers and SDS Red, we know both of them on the soft tires. Let's extend back this interval time here and see where the gap is right about now. We got some close to gaps on the back of the front. Looks like Aftercross and Peter might be going for a move here. We'll have a look at that as we follow on with the battle out in front here as well. SDS Reds 3 tenths behind. Choco Brewers Archer holding on to that lead quite well. They don't need to look at that here behind the Aston Martin from the Ferrari. Looks like Archer is trying to get out of the DRS zone here right about now. He's trying to keep Choco Brewers out of DRS advantage if he can. Having a bit of a difficult time doing this as we go on board with the Aston Martin right now. Let's see how this is going as we're currently lap 13 of 14. It's 1.5 lap more to finish off the United States Grand Prix sprint race. This is how much more time Archer needs to hold on to that lead in order to win this race. He could just do it, but the soft tires on Choco Brewers' car and they're starting to go already as he pushed too much on them for the past 2 laps, but he's been out on them to keep that lead away from Archer, which he now already took away. And you can see Archer, of course, trying to keep him out of the 16 advantage. He's not close enough to have the advantage. He's still about a 6-10 gap as he gets to the corner, and he has more to worry about with SDS Rens behind him. We know SDS Rens will still not be able to keep the position, but I think he's a bit more worried about Archer here at the moment. So let's see if that's going to work for him. Got a bit of a gap between most of the drivers and the rest of the grid there. As we got Beard running in 4th, Alcatraz running in 5th, including one. So this was on a lap ago. Charles running 6th, Chuck Rivers in 7th, Fox in J8, and Define I running in 9th on the grid right about now. This is supposed to determine the start of grid order for the main race coming up just after this. And it's a 9 and 10 gap as we head into the final lap here of the sprint race for the United States Grand Prix. That is Archer leading them into it 8 tenths ahead of Chocolate Brewers, who holds that position away from SBS Reds right now, who's only 4 tenths behind. So they're going to keep their gaps as is going through on this final lap here. And so far, so good for the Mercedes. He's done quite well in terms of keeping that gap where it is. He needs to make sure he doesn't drop below 7 tenths, and he's got it over a second. So he's really trying to keep Chocolate Brewers out of the dealer's advantage. 1.3 seconds now. Chocolate Brewers giving up, or has the tires on his car giving up here because something's happened. His gap is way over a second. He's on the soft tire.
The current front is 4.8 seconds. Green flag.
Slow horses digging around the path.
The final lap of the sprint race, definitely pushing through for a sprint race win here. Of course, this will be one well fought for pole position if he definitely does get it, which seems to be what the case is going to be, as he now is going to be running about the final corner. We still got FBS Friends trying to fight for a position here, but there comes Archer, started way further down, now crosses the line and wins the United States sprint race here at the moment. We got Chocolate Rivers getting across the line for second place. SBS Friends crosses the line third with a penalty, so you hold on to it for that. I forgot the penalties online for you guys there, but Beard there should be able to come across the line in the McLaren and take the fourth place in this sprint race here. Cross for the 2-second penalty. Chartman 6 and Chocolate Rivers, 3 seconds, but I don't think it's going to affect them with positions as it is. So Cross crosses the line for P5. There goes Chartman in the next Aston Martin. He comes around for P6. Chuck Rivers coming around in the Williams right about now. Should be taking P7 in this race as he now runs about the final corner and gets across the line here. Of course, gotta say that was an interesting sprint race there. And of course, big P8 and Divine Eye here coming around the final sector right about now. Should be pushing it through for P9, and of course I believe that is the starting order that they go into the main race session with. We're waiting for him, of course, across the line here.
Yeah, got time. I'll redo the grid, haven't I?
How'd that go for you?
Pants.
And of course, Archer getting driver of the day as well.
Pants.
Definitely not a bad session
Divine
for him there.
gave me front wing damage right from turn 1.
So let's have a quick look, of course, of the sprint race results before we move on to anything else. Okay, so there we have it, the results here for the United States sprint race. Archer, of course, finishing on pole after starting 8 positions down on the grid. Then we got Chocolate Rivers here finishing second on the podium. SBS Run finishing third on the podium. Beard finishing fourth. Apple Trots in fifth. Chartman 6th. Chocolate Rivers 7th. Foxy J 8 and Divine Eye there in 9th. Looks like SBS Run got the fastest lap on that one. So definitely not a bad sprint race, of course. And this we will have a quick look at the standings as they are at the moment. So here are the constructor standings and the current championship standings for the drivers. We're going to have a quick look at that if we can before we do move on. Is of course leading the constructors right about now, 202 points. Red Bull behind them with 182 points. Williams is in third, 179. Aston Martin 131. McLaren 131. Alfa Romeo 121. Did I make a mistake with the 131s? I'm not sure. Hopefully I did not. AlphaTauri 55. Ferrari 51. Haas 39. Alpine 24 and 10th. And of course, then we have the Division 1 driver standings here. That's the championship order. for the drivers there. Got JM Cool currently 127 leading the drivers championship right about now. Archer currently second in that order, 117 for him. Chartman third, 99 points. Chuck Provers 95. Arda there 85. Got West with 79. Beard 64. Nate Smith 57. Swanee 56. Divine I 49. Appenchar 44. Lukey 39. SBS Friends 37. Lee Craig 26. The Devil 24. Jonesy 19. Choco Brewers 19. And then I think that's it, of course, for the current standings order as it is there for the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship at the moment. I think we'll switch it back in a second here. Just I think the guys are sorting everything through in the lobby for the start of the main race. So let's just give them a second to do that. So can we can switch back to the live stream in the meanwhile. Oh, thank you to Renz there for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate that very much, mate.
Oh, Divine Eye gave me wing damage in the first corner, and then I spun on my own, over accelerating out of the tight left-hander at sector 3.
You know when you use explosives, which are better in terms of trying to defend you against you?
You were obviously you knew I was behind you, but which threw you off your line because you're looking behind you, weren't you?
Yeah.
Through those S's.
Yeah. It panics me.
Yeah.
I have some people that are too quick to come up behind me. If I'm not in that kind of pace, I get unnerved by it. Where I get stronger is in the latter stages. As you'll see, I'm starting to get more consistent and quicker through just staying out of the way. And no penalties is going well. But then you get a second penalty that time. And that's quite a difficult track to do, isn't it? On like track limits.
Mm-hmm.
I must have been nailing everything perfectly then. I was sat there really hard. More to the point, you have to be in this station, shouldn't you? You have that smoke too.
Yes. I wanted to roll one up before we got started, but then I realised I hadn't started my streams.
Chop is already ready up.
I do not need the slow horses digging around the path.
If you uncovered the travel, it couldn't have been that well hidden, thanks. Slow horses, December 2nd.
Talking of obviously by night taking you from out.
Yeah.
Me and him are having a right battle at the moment.
Yeah.
I just sent him a message saying I left you to dust. Because after your entanglement, after obviously coming in with the new teams, I've managed to catch up with the line, gone past it.
And he spun out
And then all of a
twice.
sudden I see in my rearview mirror, he spun.
Yeah, he spun out twice.
I was sat there like, oh, I'm so glad I'm being consistent. Apparently, if he hadn't spun out, he'd easily taken me. I was looking forward to the challenge. Apparently, the setup the Vine Ice uses, he's having trouble with. He said he don't feel comfortable with the car. Given the evidence of turn one for you, it's not surprising. He said his car is slow on the straight. It's a shame there isn't time to give him our setup.
Yeah.
Because he said his car is slow on the straight. Tried hundreds of setup. Just can't seem
ready
to
now,
get
mate.
right. No worries. Good luck, mate.
There you go, and you.
So is it balanced? The race?
Yes.
Race week. That's what we like to see. Firestone was the first one already done.
Pardon?
I was surprised that I was the first one already cut.
Yep.
No, because I loaded myself. I was even replying to a message just got on tech.
So I'm liking about this now. People are actually waiting now.
Okay, so everything looks good on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
Okay, so here we go on to the formation lap, of course, before getting started with our main race session here. Coming off the sprint race results, we got a 28 lap race on our round. On our hands here for the United States Grand Prix, of course. I'm going to have a few things on before we can have a look what's actually happening. Let's bring our tires on, of course. Alright, so then we have it. So starting on is going to be Archer, of course, with our corner sprint race coming off we just did a few minutes ago. Chuckle Aruba starting second on the grid. SBS going to be starting on the second and third. Beard just alongside him there in fourth. Alcatraz, of course, starting in fifth. We got Sharpman starting sixth. Chuck Aruba starting seventh. Foxy Davis starting eighth. Behind I starting ninth. And JM Cool just joining us now. Of course, our Drivers' Championship and leader will be starting P10 on the grid. And that is our grid out, of course. You can see the tire coverage here they're using. Looks like we got at least 2 drivers planning to start on the hard, and the rest of the grid, of course, starting on the medium tires. As far as you can see there, that is going to be the order of it. We're going to see how well they get off the line here. Remember, it's uphill battle in the turn one, as it was for the sprint race. So it's going to get interesting through that, and then through the SS2 sector 1, and then get it through the rest of the track, of course. Definitely expecting some more battles between these guys. In the top 3 there are one and work. Definitely involved in quite a bit during that sprint race. Let's see if they're going to have a repeat over in the main race session here. On this account, it is going to be Archer and Renz on the same strategy for the start. Charcoal Groovers on a bit of a different strategy here. Let's see if it's going to work out for him. I think it's a bit of this, or a bit of a similar situation for them between Archer and Charcoal coming from the sprint. Depending who started on the tires, who was going to go the longest, and who started the tires for the shortest stint on the first half of the race, of course. So we'll see how that works out for them. But definitely looking to be an interesting race start here. And as usual, guys, remember we do have ads running on the channel. You will through them. Remember, they only run during qualifying sessions and during safety cars during the race session, not during the actual race session. I don't think anything's running there. It should be running at the point right now anyway. Should be later on in the session. If you have a safety car or a VSC, that's when we'll have it run through. And of course, you can go completely ad-free by subscribing to us. That does help us out quite a bit as well. What another is Archer doing? I think this is coming on the track. Trying to get into the slot here. Doing quite a few burnouts on the track here as well. Let's bring this on to position changes. You guys are going to have a look at that once we get this race on the way. I'm trying to get a few things sorted here. Alright, so Archer there, we got Chucker Brewers here, let's get on board with them. So Mercedes on the right, we got the Aston Martin on the left, Renz in the AlphaTauri just behind, and of course the McLaren or Beard just behind the AlphaTauri. You can see him as well. And the rest of the grid, they get on the start here on the opening. Now the Mercedes gets a brilliant start there as he gets off the line. And looks like we got a McLaren into the pit barriers here. I'm not sure what happened over the back of the truck, but Beard is out of this race. And it might already be resulting in a safety car here. So that's a lot of damage that just happened to Beard's car there. I'm trying to have a look what the order is right about now. So of course Archer is going to be able to hold on to the lead there as it is right about now. We got Chuck Rivers starting still, and then SBS Ren still in third. Chuck Rivers gained 3 positions off the start, but something definitely went horribly wrong for Beard there. I'm not sure if he had contact with someone what happened on that start. We didn't catch that in the back there of the stream. We might have to have a look back at that at the end of this to see what exactly happened. But that is a horrible start there from the McLaren of Beard there. Out of the race already before the end of lap 1. And it's a virtual safety car, so this is going to be over pretty soon. We have it here right about now. We should be back up and running at least in a few seconds time. Waiting for that. And Ren takes over second place in the race. Albatross is now up to third. Chuck Rivers is running fourth now. Divine Eye in fifth, and Chartman is running in sixth here. Chaos again on the restart from the VSC as we get going here. And this, of course, all happening before we get across the line into lap 2. So definitely an interesting race that we got on our hands here this evening. Archer is still in the lead here right about now against SBS Friends. 8 tenths behind. He's gaining time and keeping as close as he can here. Once the Archer advantage when that comes around through the next lap. Albatross within a second of Renz as well as Renz falls out of the gap there. Now 2 seconds behind Archer at the moment as you can see there. So Archer and the Mercedes leading out in front, trying to create a strong gap and a big lead if he can as he gets on with this race here. Chuck Rivers though, the Williams is so close behind Albatross right about now. Let's see how close this is going to get. He's only less than 2 tenths behind him. He might be trying to overtake pretty soon in this race. Let's give that one for really the gap is wrong here, but he's still not too far off behind as they all race on through. You can see a bit of a even space and gap between them. We're going through this race so far. So Archer out in front, of course. Still going to continue with that lead. As you can see on the map there, you can hold true for that. Pit-stop strategy, we're looking at either a one-stop or a two-stop strategy, but the strategy these guys started with, they might be running just a one-stop race strategy here for the United States Grand Prix. Trying to either do a medium hard or a hard medium strategy. On the left safety car interrupt things here, and they might just switch that around when it comes down to the end portion of the race. Divine Eye is out to the race. What's happened to his car? Trying to have a look if we can. Where is his car on track? I think we might have just missed it there. Can get it wrong this turn. We can have a look on board with the Martin here. And there's his car on the side of the track there. So I'm not sure what exactly happened to him there. Or back out in front here. I think it's another VSC, is it? Or is it a full safety car on this account here? I think we're looking at a full safety car in this account here. Yep, it is a full safety car. As you can see, that's Martin safety car out on track here. And they're all going to line up behind that and follow one through now. So the order as it is, it's Archer leading the Grand Prix, SBS running second, Albatross running third, Chuck Rivers running fourth, Chartman in fifth, AGM Cool there 6, we got Foxes day 7, Chuckle Rivers down to 8 in the pit stop. We're going to stop there right about now, but I'm going to say because he's looking to catch back up to the rest of the grid, and he started in the medium, so he's going to go to the hard tires and really trying to push it all the way to the end of the Grand Prix on this set of tires here. I just hope for the safety car maybe to take another stop in the race. I think he's going to he might do. We'll see what the case is going to be. Before we can get this race back on the way again. So we had a virtual safety car in the race early on. Had a bit of an issue there with Beard on the start of the race. Something definitely happened. Not sure what. I haven't looked in the Discord chat as yet. Divine Eye is now out of the session, so not sure what he was involved with. But there's now 2 drivers out of the United States Grand Prix. We have 8 drivers currently only remaining. Still a bit of an interesting battle that happened out in front here between the top 3 Albatross not involved in this. Of course, Chuck Rivers behind the back. We'll see how that works out. Chuck Rivers will try to get back out there. But of course, you can't once the race gets back started again. Chartman there, of course, really trying to run a long strategy. At the start in the hard times, just keep a hold off. He can't push on those tires there. Try to get forward out in front of the grid. And then, of course, I have to go through a set of mediums to finish off the Grand Prix in the second stint that we'll run in this race.
this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature. Remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Racing the end of this lap of 4 into the next one will be lap 5. So let's see how the restart after the safety car is going to go, of course. Of course, Archer leading, with SBS friend just behind him. And they're about to get around the final turn right about now. The safety car goes back in. So let's see what it is after the safety car restart here. As we got SBS friends, of course, chasing is very close. The Alcatraz very close as well. They're also very close to their gap, so they have it. And there goes the Mercedes going for it now in the third one. SBS friends follows on through. All the top 4 cars running on the same time. They started the race on the 4 laps done on those mediums. Starting on his hards. And then Jim Cole are approximately on the medium. Chuckle Brewers on new medium cars. Only done 2 laps on them so far. Let's see if he has any sort of advantage on them as he gets on through the safety car restart here. Got the yellow flag situation here. With Austin J down in sector 1. Something's happened to him at the back. Might have had a bit of spin maybe. Loses the front of the wing. I think he did. I'm not sure. This saw anything was missing part of the front wing. He's getting on through. And we'll go back out in front here and see what's happening with our battle. Alcatraz here trying to close this gap on SBS Reds at the moment. Let's see how that's going to go for him. Got Chuck Over, coming behind. Chartman coming within a second. Can he get an overtake done? Alcatraz definitely looking to get an overtake done. He's another side by side with SBS Reds for this one. And Mercedes out in front of the battle here. Let's see how this works out. Looks like Alcatraz is up into second place. SBS Reds down the position. Contact between the 2 cars. They almost connected the Alfa Romeo, getting a bit unstable and having a bit of a spin there. And they kept it going. There's some of this move of track to SBS Reds now. I thought he went off track there. But he's looking a bit wide on the turn. But he's back into second place. Alcatraz is back down the third again. With a chase on again for second place. Let's see how that's going to go. Chuck Rivers still in there for P4. Jalen Poole is up into P5 in this race. And follow on through with these guys. And in the Red Bull, we can see him coming down behind. You got Chartman and Chuck Rivers down in the back. Are they doing a switch with their Martin drivers? Let's see what's going to happen because there's a 210 gap between them as they come on through there. You might think about doing that switch to see if you can get Chuckle back out in front of the race for the battle again as he's doing a 10 behind his teammate. And there goes the switch. Chartman lets him go by, I believe he did, or he gets overtaking his teammate. Chartman, I think they're fighting for positions at the back there. Alright, let's have a quick look at what's happening with the Marcus right about now. Chuck Brewers trying to get around. There goes Chartman a bit right on track. A bit of a spin from Chuck Brewers here. Unfortunately, he's into the grass. Hasn't damaged the car, so I'm trying to get back going. I don't think they're going to be happy about that Aston Martin there on the pit wall. What just happened there between the 2 of them. So I think we're expecting Chuckle to get back out to the front, but he's not having the best of races here. Let's see what the rest of the section goes on through. With JM Cool chasing after Alcatraz here, who of course is fighting with Chuck Rufus now, because he's down to 4th. He's fighting with a Williams for the third place position. And he's taking it on the inside. Can he get the position back up here? And Williams comes back at him on the outside. Let's see if it'll be a switch by switch. We got the Red Bull of JM Cool coming behind these 2 wheels side by side. Better contact between them. And I think it's left to Alcatraz going back up into 3rd place in the race. The Williams in 4th, the Red Bull in 5th. And that's how they're holding on to going for the moment. Archer still leads the Grand Prix. SBS Reds at 1.8 seconds behind Alcatraz, 1.6 seconds behind him. Jalen Poole now up into P4. The Red Bull has gained a position here. He's ahead of Chartman now, who is now ahead of Chuck Rivers, who's down to 6th. DRS is of course now coming back online in this race here. We go into lap 7 of 28 here for the United States Grand Prix. Archer leads us into this 2.2 seconds ahead of the SBS Reds. Alcatraz 1.8 seconds down from Reds here at the moment. JM Cool right now on board with him as he chases after Alcatraz here. The Red Bull on the position for 3rd place. Let's see if he can get it. Looks like he's gaining a bit of time getting through those S's here. He's already gained a 10 through that. Looks like he's another 10 as they get on down there. Alcatraz definitely in some trouble here as the Red Bull is finding pace on track and is catching him very, very quickly. It's going to be a move on the inside here into the next turn, and the Red Bull looks like he's already taken his position back on the racing line. He's up into third place, onto a podium place in this Grand Prix so far. That is James Bull taking third place. Applecroft dropped down to fourth now. He's still on the chase, of course, behind the Red Bull, trying to use the sleeping advantage. He's going to take it along the outside into the next corner. Let's see that's going to win. That shot might come behind him there, might about 2.4 seconds. So not close enough. We're going to move down there. Goes Applecroft, goes wide on track, gets back on track. He's still fighting with the Red Bull for his position here. It might end up leading to a penalty situation. It might lead to one of these guys being out of the race. The Red Bull goes wide around the outside. Almost, I think, I don't have a bit of contact getting on through there. Losing contact with them. But James Bull holds the position. P3, Applecroft fighting desperately to get the position back here. Not having it done. He's going to have to hold on to P4. Or at least settle for P4 at this point of the session. Sharp on the 4th P5. Sharp Brewers in P6. And Chuckle was P7, Foxy being 8. Behind I am Beer out there going to be a 4th. Let's see the rest of the race, of course, continues on through. Runs of course, I think also he's trying to close the gap against the Mercedes. It's having a little bit difficult time with this right about now because I mean they're on the same set of strategy, definitely running at the key points. But for some reason this one they don't have the pace that the Mercedes has around here. Definitely putting on a good fight as he's trying to catch up. Jam Cool now 4 seconds behind that of Thoridia. So let's see if he can catch up, but of course he's still under pressure with Applecroft here. Still fighting for that position as a P3. As any driver hasn't given it up as yet. He's still going to push out behind the Red Bull. Let's get on board for a second with Applecroft here, see how close the gap is between him and the Red Bull driver. Again, Cool here, who's now recharging his battery, so he might have a bit of a chance to get him a closer gap here. These guys get some better exits off of these turns. And maybe to get entries into them. Might help them gain some time and possibly gain more attempts to attempt an overtake on the Red Bull here. So we can very well he already attempts this, but we have to make sure that the Red Bull cannot come back at him after he gets an overtake in. Most important point of all on track here and getting an overtake. So let's see that one goes about a 7-10 gap between the two of them. He's within a DRS range of course of the Red Bull driver. We just need to transition out into an overtake. 7-10. Is it good enough to get an overtake done on the upcoming DRS zone here? I don't think it is. He needs to close that gap into the super advantage down to about 2 tenths and work with that through on the next upcoming lap. They need to keep the gap constant through the whole lap in order to use the DRS advantage on the upcoming lap after that to try and get it. And it's down to about 9 tenths. He's lost a bit of time as he gets on full track here. Jericho is finding a bit of pace. Lose a bit of time with the race as he's now 4.2 seconds out from the Ferrari there. He expected him to gain a bit of time. We're just a bit more worried about Applecroft here at the moment. Definitely around that 8-10th race there, but it's not changing too much along that. That gets right out in front, 6.5 seconds away from Arthur, who's leading. I think we might have a few things changing once we start to have the pit stops happen. So we're waiting for right about now to see when they're going to start to do some pit stops here. Of course, it's lap 10 of 28 into the Grand Prix. We still got more than 18 plus laps to go before we finish off the United States Grand Prix, and most of them started in the medium tires. Of course, we're running a shorter stint with, then going into the hard tires running much longer stint. I'm going to do a two-stop strategy, go back to a set of softs, and then maybe after a set of mediums at the end of this. We'll see what the strategy is going to be, but either way, at this point in the session, I'll get the upper first penalty. SBS Rams with a 2-second penalty which I assume is for exceeding the track limits at this point in the race. Still following on with Appletrons here, who's now 1.1 seconds behind the record of JM Pool, not having the best of luck with that there. He's losing his time, just a bit each lap. Needs to find a way to gain some time. So we're definitely waiting to see when these pit stops start to happen. I think that's going to be a point where we're going to start to see some different jumps between drivers here and then start to catch a few more battles happening on track as we go into the second half of the race, of course. This will be approaching in a few hours time, so definitely expecting these guys on the leaders to start taking a pit stop very soon within the next 4 laps, next 3 to 4 laps we will. And Appletrons split position. Something's happened here. Jim of course, into the pits. There goes Appletrons into the pit, but we're fighting with Shortman for a position there. So we got 2 pit stops happening already as we head into lap 11 of 28 for the United States Grand Prix. There was a record of Jim Poole getting out on a set of hard tires, of course, which is going to push all the way to the end of the Grand Prix. There was Appletrons going through to who started the party? And there was Appletrons going through to a set of hard tires as well going on through now. It's not meant to invite me to stuff that I'm streaming. Don't invite me to something. I'm trying to figure out who that was. So we'll be following around with. So with Appletrons and GM Cool, both of them taking their pit stop. So GM Cool of course back out on track in P4, Appletrons back out on track in P5. Sharpman has moved up into P3 in this race. SBS runs running second still. Archer still in the lead, waiting to see who's going to be the next driver to take a pit stop here. Oh, there we go. So Archer and SBS ran into the pit right now. Both of them going in. First 2 drivers in this race going into the pit lane at the same time. And of course, both of them will be changing onto the set of hard tires and then getting back out on track. So let's see how the changing the order is going to be now. That of course puts Trotman into the lead of this race. Until then get on a podium position, which he did. Now he needs to keep it. It is a difficult path. He's already done 11 laps on these set of hard tires. He has to do one more stop in this race. Is there any chance that those hard tires are making it to the Grand Prix? I do not think so. That's quite a tough call now and then. I think I know some drivers who would actually figure to pull that off. I don't know how they do it, but I've seen drivers pull some incredible stuff off in races. And yeah, this could be one of them, but it's going to still be a tough call to keep the lead away from everyone else. Finishing on the tires is one story. But actually keeping the lead as he has it there is going to be a entirely different one. So Archer back into second place now as he gets back out from his pit stop. His one-on-one pit stop, which he expecting to do in this race here. On this, of course, a safety car. In another maybe 10 laps time, we change this thing. So 5 to 8 laps or so change this thing. We might decide to do something else about that. We'll see if that's going to happen or not. But Archer 3.7 seconds now behind Chartman, who's leading the Grand Prix. SBS Rins, they're running in third now. The gap between them as expected. HGN Pool and fourth, Appletrons and fifth. Both already took their pit stops in their running. So second, third, fourth, and fifth have taken pit stops in the race to finish off their one pit stop strategy, which they're trying to do. Chuck Rivers runs 11 laps on those weekends. He's still going to have to take one more pit stop. Chuck Rivers 9 laps on these weekends. He will have to take one more pit stop as well. Hard, Foxy takes 6 laps done on them. Can he push all the way to the end of the race? Maybe a chance he could, maybe not. But either way, it's when he slow down a bit when he gets close up to the end of the Grand Prix. A few rounds down to go. You'll see how that works out for him. JM Cool getting the fastest lap there, running P4 at the moment. If we slow down the race in just a bit to see how close the gaps are going to get as they continue on through now. And I think they're trying to figure out the confidence of where it is. So people in 4 second gap with Archer and Sharpman right now. Sharpman, of course, we know he has to do one more pit stop. When is he going to do it? We're not sure as yet, but it's not really right about now because he, of course, has 12 laps done on those hards. So they can push a bit more into this race. At least anywhere between 5 to 8 lap 4. I think he's going to be pushing onto them before taking a pit stop here. Might take a pit stop maybe for coming around to lap 20 or lap 21. Maybe going into a set of soft tires and then pushing to the end of the race. I think that's what his strategy is going to be. I think that's going to be the case for now going on through. Sharpman holding a lead for now. 2 seconds ahead of Archer. He's come behind the first short tires. Of course, the signal is coming there. We can also see the gap starting to drop all the way down to 1.6 seconds.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
We have now, of course, approaching the halfway point. Undergone through lap 14 of 28. Got another 14 laps or so on average to go before we finish off the United Grand Prix. That's, of course, starting to close off as we're speaking on Archer's car here because it's a bit of a gap we have. 1.3 seconds towards. Now 1.1 second towards. Now 1 second. Now it's just getting closer and closer every time we say about it. Towards Sharpman here. Sharpman under pressure now of losing the lead in the race. Because his tires, I guess, are starting to give up maybe a little bit there. Chuck Hoover into the pit lane with 14 not going to be the tires. He's getting off the road right about now. He's definitely getting close to the medium to push to the end here. As far as you can see what's going to happen. That, of course, closing down just a bit more. So here we go, it might be a move for the lead of the race here. Happening pretty soon. Archer closes the gap down to 3 tenths against Sharpman as we head into lap 15 of 28. Behind the Aston Martin goes side by side with him. Looks like he's going to get the position up even before they get to the line there, to the sorry. So back onto the racing line he goes. Archer is clear of Sharpman now and he's up into the lead of this race. Sharpman still now, he's certainly second in the Grand Prix. 14 laps done on those far tires, but still Archer is going to push on them. As we didn't get our expectation where he might actually try to do a stop. Maybe around lap 18 to a set of mediums to go to the end of the race. I'm assuming it's either that or lap 21 or so with a set of soft tires at lap 22 to go on to the end. Might be where the expected strategy change will be. We're going to see that's going to be the order or not. As he continues on through now and losing a bit of time towards Archer there. Of course, Chuck drove us into the pits. What's happening to him in the pit lane here? His car is broken for a second, so I'm not sure what's happening. He's going to the third. Oh, he's going to the pit lane. He's getting back on. Is he disconnected from the settings? I'm trying to see.
perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross off the track.
Okay, back on with this again. I see Chuckle's car still goes to some sure what's happening with his car at the moment. Getting back out in front though. Because Archer still on one to the lead. Looks like SDS Rents up in the second place. GM Cole now running in third. Chartman, the second finally took the stuff that we were expecting him to take. Went into a second medium time on lap 17. Let's get into the maybe around lap 18 to do that, but yeah, one lap earlier, not too bad is that strategy. And he's going to go on course all the way to the end of the Grand Prix on that. Just with this just missed with a few minutes of just the play. Foxy J, so much okay, happy to him for the entire session. In the next Mercedes here, running P7 behind Chuck Lewis at the moment. Well, he gets ghosted as well. What the fuck is happening with Chuckle and Chuck at the moment? Why are the two of them ghosted? Essentially, Discord about this and we'll have to check if we can. Nothing in Discord about that. So not sure why the two of them are ghosted here on track. Even let that be the one. Let's get back on from Jane Coolio. Chases after Renz here at the moment. So FPS Renz under a bit of pressure. As you can see him just in front of the Red Bull right now. It's already a 1.1 second gap as the Red Bull chases down that DRS straight. No DRS advantage of course. As yet in this session, we're on lap 18 of 28. 10.5 laps of course to finish up in the United States Grand Prix, and let's see who's going to win this one. So of course looking pretty good and pretty strong in terms of finishing on pole here. Can James Poole deny him that though? Because he's on a chase right now with SBS Renz to take that second place position away. Then of course going to be 2.5 seconds behind the Mercedes to fight the battle with him towards the finish line. And there's enough laps left, I would say right now, to actually have this done. So on the overhead camera, the Red Bull right about now 1.1 second gap towards the Ford in front of him. This work out between them. Looks like Renz is keeping the gap. A bit concept between him and Archer out in front. They're all running a bit of the same strategy here. I think James will switch on his tires a 1 lap earlier. So I see that won't affect anything. It could potentially affect something on track here. Foxy stays still in second of Chuck Rivers, who we still expect to see is a bit closer on track there for some reason. Chartman down in the fifth. After Chuck 11 seconds behind him. So the top three onto the battle for the race win here. And I think it's going to be what we're going to be focused on going down to the end of this race session. Not 19 now as the honor goes through. And it's still a 1 second gap now. So J2 has gained about a 10th, I would say, with the battle with him and SBS Renz battle for the lead of this race. 1.2 seconds, so it's only coming around the 2
0.7 seconds.
Might need some more for you somewhere on track in terms of catching up to the Authority at the moment. If you can't do this, then have to possibly find some sort of advantage on track. They're all running a bit of a similar strategy. I think only things may be different is their car setups, and of course the DRS advantage they will get if they're within a second of the car in front of them. Now the Red Bull stands a pretty good chance of getting into the DRS range here. SPS Renz on the other hand, 2.6 seconds out of range with Archer. Not a good chance of getting the DRS advantage here. So they're going to have to manage his DRS pretty well in this race to finish the race in second place if you want to. Now the problem here is that SBS Renz has a penalty already, which is going to affect him keeping second place, but again like he has with GM2, and that penalty is a 3-second penalty stage, and I think we're seeing the Foxy here at the moment as we all get through the session. Let's keep that offline. for the moment at least as it is.
Catch a car ahead, well done, but be aware of these tyres as he gets to the end of this race.
And there goes GN2 trying to get within a second now of SBS Rams, and he's just done that. Now can he keep that going through to get the DRS advantage? He needs to get through the detection point with that in order for it to work here. Currently out of the DRS advantage and going to the detection point within a second. So does he get the advantage here? Let's have a look and see if that's going to be the case or not as he gets around onto the DRS straight. He does get a DRS advantage as he went through within a second through that detection point. And let's see how close he's going to get towards SBS Rams here down into the corner. Already gave 2 tenths. Might have get at 3 or 4 tenths on that one there, so about 7 tenths for the gap is. 6 tenths actually for the is as he gets on out of it. So keeping that as close as he can now. Needs to do that for a few more laps and possibly will get the overtake on SBS Rings here. Problem is, can he get it done in Archer in time before the race comes off the neck? Because it's only lap 20 or 28 here in the US Grand Prix. And it's getting a bit tight towards the end of this race. We'll see what's going to happen. Sharpman there in P5, kissing after happening to us, the 5.7 second gap. So, doesn't stand the best of chances here in terms of gaining another position. Of course, we know Abercharles has a 3-second penalty, so he needs to get out 2.5 seconds right now in order to get that position away from him. He's on pressure tires, he's on the medium tires. Could have the advantage with a strategy here to run that. Yeah, GS2 now half a second behind SBS Ramsey is under a bit of problem, a bit of pressure right now, and a lot of problems he's going to be in trying to hold that position. And let's see if that's going to work through the red bull. You can see him closing the gap so quickly here and getting through this open track. He is going to get a DRS advantage again on the upcoming DRS opening of the track. Go to the detection point with a half a second gap.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against that finishing line at the end of the race.
Let's see how that's going to work out. That's the DRS advantage, of course, as we expect. We can see SBS Rams trying to keep him out of the slipstream advantage. Doesn't seem to work too much as GM2 closes the gap right now. Not close enough to get the overtake done. They want to keep behind the opportunity for the moment, but on the upcoming lap, we could see a potential change in position here. He is going to be in a DRS range, of course, again for the next DRS point on track here. That's going to be on the it's on the main straight going through. So let's see how this works itself on through, but there's definitely a fight for second place in the race here. For the lead, not so much, but Archer, of course, extends it up to 3.1 seconds ahead of SBS Rams. GN2 will have to work it if he gets his overtake done. And he needs to get his overtake done on this lap here as he closes gap 6 tenths. How close can he get? Let's see what's going to happen. Half the DRS advantage once again into turn 1. Closes the gap just a bit more as he gets around there. I think that was one of the asking marking for the Xbox fans that might have been Chuck Adura who both who put on track. So you can go through the essence here. You can see GM2 gaining and gaining time here as he goes on through. For those of us who are not sure where the DRS detection point is, it's that little weird green circle on the track that they are about to go through right about now. That is the detection point for the upcoming DRS zone on track. The other one is before the second to last one on the track there. That's for the one on the main straight. They got to be within a second of the car from them once they go through that detection point in order to have the DRS advantage on the upcoming zone. Otherwise, it does not work. It's a 3 10 gap down to 2 tenths. You might see a move here. Does he get it done? No, it's so difficult to get his overtake done against SBS Rams as he placed the car so well to avoid the red getting past him. But the gap is so close. Could this potentially happen down this main straight into turn 1? He is desperate to get overtake done right now. He needs to get over the second place to fight about with Archer for the lead of this race, which is coming out and just going over him so quickly. And SBS Rams giving him such a hard time with this overtake, not letting him get past. Even with the penalty that he has, he's going to fight all the way to the end of this race. Going a bit right there, GM4 trying to avoid getting a penalty himself here, otherwise compromising his race. He's within 8 tenths of SBS Rams now. SBS Rams gave him some time on track. He might have found some pace that we didn't even know existed with that car there at the time, but he's getting a bit of time right now. GM4 of course going again Trying to close out the gap as much as you can here. We got a Williams between them. Of course, I think it's Chuck Brewers here as they get through the S's here. All the latest tracking have a road posted car in front of you. 9-10 right about now on GM2. He's trying to keep his car within the 1 second gap here to have that dealer's advantage when they go across the detection point once again. And he does do it. He's going to have the dealer's advantage down the straight here on the DRS zone. Does it help? He tries to get a bit of exit off the corner there. Not sure how well that works. But he does have the DRS advantage. Goes through with it. Trying to close the gap here. We have the Alpha recharging his battery right about now. Might be a bit low on the ERS, not sure. Let's see if this is going to work. Close the gap once again. This is a very difficult overtake for the Red Bull drivers to put in right about now on track here. But definitely some good racing on SBS Ren's end here to keep his car in second place all the way down to the end of the race if he can. But it's not 23 or 28. We're getting so much closer to the end of the Grand Prix. Ultra holding it off in front. Not to worry about what's happening. He's still battling on behind him for second place, and he's just getting away with the lead here. 3.2 seconds ahead now. The Red Bull sees his pole position chance going away here because he's not going to get penalty out the tour in front of him. It's a 6-10 gap down the next DRS straight once again. Has the advantage of DRS. Losing to the slipstream. Might be using a bit of ERS there as well. Much closer on this occasion here though. 4/10 where the gap is as they get through sector 1. Can get it done on the second DRS zone here on track. Let's see what's going to happen. He's closing the gap as much as he can here. I think he has a much better run on this current lap here, but he really needs to get his overtake done. He's slowed him down so much in this race already. And I think his pole position battle is definitely gone for him by now. We're just going to see if he actually can pull that off once he gets ahead of the Alpha here. Here is advantage with a 6-10 gap here now. Let's see how close he's going to get at the end of this. Pulling down that straight, he tries to close the gap once again. Not close enough to get that overtake done. Definitely not close enough to get that overtake done as we pull on through here. We're a 5-10 gap right now. Down to 4/10. So here they're comfortable run through that 4.5 laps, I think, remaining here in the Grand Prix. You see the Red Bull is right up to the way. There he goes side by side with the Alpha right now. Bushes on through for the overtake on an unexpected point on track here. But GM2 is up into second place. He's done it. He's gotten the overtake done. Red Bull really didn't expect him to get an overtake done there, but he's gotten it done. And now they go on through here. But I think the Alpha Brands might have some DRS advantage coming up on the main straight here. Let's have a look on board. If he's going to have this, he does have the advantage. Let's see how close he gets to the Red Bull though. It's a 6-10 gap going into turn 1 as he go uphill lane right now. Always a difficult pass as well. The Alpha comes back so close to him. It's a 2.2 second gap towards Archer in front. Can GM4 catch up to him in time to get an overtake done with 3.5 laps remaining in the United States Grand Prix. It's such a close call with that. There needs to be over a second lap here. Even if you attempt it. But where's the lead? You can only be 2.2 seconds off from the Archer they are leading. I'm checking if they're going to continue that lead, of course, as it is there right now. A different strategy here might have helped GM4, but this is what he did go with. This is how it's going to the end of the race with him. And after, of course, defend against SBS Rins here for the remainder of the race. But even though SBS Rins has a penalty, he's still going to want to finish second place in this race. He's going to work great after trucks. Or depends on running a 4th truck, or depends on running a 5th. I'm not sure what the situation is with Chuck and Chuck Bubas. Fox's D is down to 8 right now on the grid. And he's being overtaken by 2 posted cars. He has been overtaken by 2 posted cars. So what's happened now with the last here? Took another quick stop the reason why he is starting down in that position there. 2.8 seconds for the gap is now between Archer and JM4, lap 26 of 28. How much closer can he get? It's going back up again. It's going to be a typical call with this one to see whether the Red Bull can get past the Mercedes. I highly doubt it's going to be the case, but I think he can get close enough. I think he's already gathered by half or what it is right about now. In the next 2.5 or 3 have remaining in this race. So a bit of a tough call still when you take happening for the lead. But I think it's going to be probably finishing the order in this here right now. As we expect, of course, losing a bit of time right now towards the Red Bull. Expected them to be pushing quite a lot on the sort of power to be have on the car there, trying to defend that position, but get past quite a lot, I would say. They're stopping James from getting by, which is now going to have Archer finish on pole here, which seems to be the case, because it doesn't look like James will be able to catch up him either way here. Pace level here, I insist on for just a bit evenly between them. Being 4.8 seconds down from the Mercedes. Not sure how much time we're going to be able to gain here, because they're about to enter into the penultimate lap here. About to get into lap 27, 28 as we get there on the final turn there at Red Bull. But if his friends come behind him, it's a 2.7 second gap as we go down to that. He has the Mercedes within view of him right about now. There's still a difficult call in terms of catching up to him and getting that overtake done. Unless Archer made some sort of mistake here, which we haven't seen in Doran track so far. He's done quite well. He's finished on pole on a sprint race, probably up to that position as well to do it. JF Bull, of course, was not in that sprint race, so that is going to be some points lost there. He is, of course, in this race. Was looking to finish on pole, but Archer here looking to extend his championship for the points. So see how that's going to work out. As it stands right about now, it's CM2 with 127 points, leading the Drivers' Championship. Archer second on the championship with 117 points. There's only 10 points that separates the two of them. Could this result, I'm not sure how much points he's given. I haven't checked it in the Discord, but could this actually lead to Archer taking over the championship lead, because GM4 did not participate in the sprint race. That, I think they said it's about 30 points lost, is it? I'm not sure how much was the point given for that. I'm trying to have a look in the meanwhile. These two are going at it. I'm going to switch it to overhead cam. Try to see if we can have anything. Let's see, where is it for the Discord? I'm trying to look for it right about now. Because I want to know what the points advantage is going to be here. So we have to read all of this now. I don't want to read it.
Okay, your final lap of the race. We've only got 2 laps to your left.
That is a lot to read, Charlie. I'm not reading all of that. So the gap is 2.6 seconds. Just going through the points order as it is. So it looks like there it is. So classification point system. So you gotta finish your race, of course, to get points. Always, I think that's part of it. So first, finishing on pole gives you 30 points. Finishing in second place gives you 25 points. So assuming that the same goes for the sprint race and the main race, that's going to be how much? 60 points awarded to Archer here. If he finishes on pole here, and then GM2, of course, only 25 points awarded to him, that of course separates the two of them by quite a bit, and this is assume that's going to lead to Archer taking over the championship lead. That looks like what's going to be happening here, because GM2 did not participate in the sprint race. He missed that. That's 20 points lost here, so I'm not sure if it is the same amount of points awarded to the sprint race for the league. The leagues have their own rules with points in the way. Probably having a bit of looking judgment about that later on. I'll probably let you know about that either way. I think that's going to be the case here. There goes Archer for finishes on pole here. Wins the United States Grand Prix as he did the sprint race. James Bull finishing second on the podium. SPS finishing third. And we got Alcantraz coming around to finish fourth on the grid here. That is back on screen. Bit of incident there. Chalker takes over fourth now. There's a penalty situation though. with Appin Trucks. He's down to 5th. Chuck Rivers in 6th now. He should be coming across in that position. Then you got Chuck Rivers for 7th, Foxy J for 8th, but Chuck and Chuckle, but this one will come apart for some reason, so I'm not sure how that works out. You got to finish a race to get points. I don't think those who actually finish a race there. If people were disconnected, that's be an issue there. Move Foxy J up 2 positions, of course, and some more points being awarded. Jim Cole, of course, getting driver of the day. Started in the back of the grid, finishing 2nd on the podium. Not a bad finish. Almost got onto a podium place here, but still a few seconds away. Needed to get that overtake done with SBS Reds quite a bit early on in the race in order to actually have that happen, stand a chance to have that happen. Okay, so here we have it. The race results here for the main race for the United States Grand Prix. Archer finishing on pole, winning the race once again as he did with the sprint race. Jim Cole finishing 2nd on the podium. Didn't get to compete in the sprint race, which means a loss of points here, and potentially Archer taking over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. We'll have a look at that coming next week, though. SBS Sprint finishing 3rd on the podium. Sharkman in 4th. Fastest lap goes to Renz. We got Appletrot in 5th. Chuck Rivers and Chuck Rivers were disconnected from the car, so I'm not sure how that works out. Might lead to Fox's J moving up to 6th position. Behind Ian Beard out of the race, unfortunately. And that's the way it went, guys. So I think that's going to be it for the end of the session, of course. Thank you to everyone who joined us here live for this race session. I really appreciate you guys joining on. Make sure you guys are following us here on Twitch. Please make sure if you're watching it live or you're watching it back, please make sure you are following us on Twitch. It does help us out. And I think I'll see you guys on the next stream. That should be it there for now. Thank you guys for joining on.
Well, actually, finished.
Well then.
That was bloody hard.
Yeah, well, it was. Definitely. Definitely.
Like, considering I got damage, I think I will come back and get close to you. I mean, I know it's possible, because I know you're already did it. I didn't think that time, did I?
No.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Well, join me tomorrow, 8:30, as we compete with Dragon Racer League at Imola, 8:30 tomorrow night. Join us then.
There's a space to join for everyone.